Midweek update. Hi, my name is Mike Howell from Trade the Easy Way, and so we're looking at the Dow here. So we saw a pin bar on Tuesday and this drop yesterday. As you can see from the RSI down here, we're just due a pullback, and we've had a nice 1, 2, 3 wave move. So if wave 4 takes us into 35k, 35,100. So there's only 500 pips away from where we are now. That's still a comfortable level. You can see there's a lot of support around here. So another 500 pip drop, and then we may get, if that works, we may get a move into 36,000 plus. Okay, today we've got US GDP and ECB coming up. So who knows, if we could even turn around above this 35,600 and keep going. But if we do, that's a substantial couple of days selling. Excuse me. So we could see some further selling into that level in the next few days as we just get out of the end of October and into the new month. So let's just flick across to Nasdaq. Nasdaq's not even pausing. We had what you could argue was a sell signal there on Tuesday. We closed higher on Wednesday. So it's only the Dow that's pulling back. If we look at the S&Ps, that's sitting up on these September highs. So just a deeper pullback in the Dow at this stage. European indices, let's look at the German DAX. Just pulling back into this major support from Tuesday. So we've not come out of Tuesday's bar here when we did see some selling yesterday. So, and the FTSE again just come back to August highs. So at the moment the markets are just pulling back and reassessing. Now let's look at China. Had a good run, pulling back, and Nikkei is here. Deeper pullback. It did go on this huge run in September, which we completely went boomeranged right back to the beginning, early October. So this one's interesting. This one's much more interesting. Let's have a look at where we are. So if all these lows are getting bought, we need to close above this 29 or 30,000 before we can get back to the highs. I would say the path of least resistance is up at this stage, but obviously when you're in a little squeeze like that, it could squeeze either way. All right, but I think this is potentially. So this was actually a very bullish pattern. So all these dips finally got bought. You make a lower low, so you come out of the range, and then you immediately close back in same day. So once you break here, you're breaking out of a funnel pattern. So all we're doing is we've broken out the funnel pattern, did a complete boomerang. Now we're back sitting above this zone. So if we can close above here, I think we can potentially go up here and beyond. I think we could potentially break this 31,000 in the back end of the year if that stacks up. So having said that, what have we got? We've got gold at 1800. We've spiked up to 18. Well, I say spiked up. We moved to 1815. We're above all these averages. We've got a lot of crossovers in the averages, so I'm anticipating that we can get up to 1840, 1850 plus, and ultimately 1860. Silver is sitting up, Oil has had a huge run. Oil is just pulling back as per the indices. At the moment, this is potentially viable at this 80 level. Right, see the volatility index it's perked up, but it's still low. Dollar is beginning to see, so we've got US GDP today. This could cause problems for the market if this perks up. So if we start breaking above this level here, that could see some further pullbacks in the US market. I think it's normally in a healthy market there is that divergence. Right, stocks now. To stick to the basics, BT, it's had this blast up into this trendline resistance, and so far we're drifting back. As long as we don't start, I would only be concerned if we start closing back under 137. We've got earnings on the 4th, so what's that, Thursday next week? Yeah, Thursday next week. So we're exactly 5 trading days off the earnings. So obviously I'm bought 137. We are currently 140. So I need to see this pick up. But to me, it's got several things going for it. It's in terms of this move from 206 and this low down here. I think it was 95 at the lows. There's the 50%. So this is the inner zone, this is the outer zone, so I need to come up above 150 and ultimately longer term break above 165 if this is to do anything. So we've potentially got a head and shoulders, so a move up here will complete the head and shoulders, and there's the neckline around the 150 mark. So that's the bullish scenario. We come up here and we start to march up. If the bearish scenario is we close under here and then we come down to the 120 mark. Alright, so I'm banking on this, but that, I've always got a plan B, and the plan B is to get out if this sequence kicks in. That's my plan B. Right, now let's look at the others, because not all of these stocks are doing well. Let's look at IQE. So what have we got on IQE? We've got this, again, potential, got this wave pattern underneath, where we've got these resistance levels up here. So if we can close above 47, open and close above 47, then I believe we can see 50 and 55. And if we break, then 65, 75. So that's the bullish scenario. So there's the neckline. That's the key sort of fire line, if you like. So that's the bullish scenario. Bearish scenario is we come down and we start opening and closing down here, and we just continue lower. Alright, so we've got all this support underneath us. Volume at the moment does not support a breakup. Alright, the volume does not support a breakup at the moment. If you look at what happened to this stock when it last went on a run, we saw higher volume levels here in November last year, and then we went on a run up to that 90, 92. At the moment we haven't got that. Volume levels are too low, so I am monitoring it. THG, the Hut Group, it just put in earnings, got really healthy earnings growth, but the market does not like this, so I'm taking some heat here, and certainly there's no volume pickup, so I may have to bail out of this one. I bought around about the 240 mark, we're currently 223. I'm not using leverage, so unless we turn around and get above this level here in the next couple of days, I will have to bail out. so we had this move up here. So what got me going was the move up here. We had some intraday, 2 4-hour charts with higher closes, obviously, as this kicked in. But they have not held this up so far, and the volume suggests that we could even come lower. So it's a profitable organisation. In terms of fundamentals, the market doesn't seem to like the chairman. Chairman's a bit of a maverick. He doesn't want to, in fact, there are issues to do with their listing. He's such a maverick. There's even, I'm told, this is, I don't know this first hand, I only know this second and third hand. I'm told that there are some issues to do with their listing on the FTSE. Alright, so unless we get back above this 247, I'm going to bail out. To come down here and then close above this 247, 250, that's incredibly bullish. But at the moment, there is nothing bullish about this chart at all. So be warned if you're in this. Right, let's have a quick look at the miners. Sitting up, pausing for breath. So any pullback to 23 on the POG, PAF. Sitting up, taking a breather. Let's look at ASOS. ASOS and Boohoo, similar organisations. I think they can. I think they can pick up this initial wave off the low. So all this selling. So all this selling has created this potential funnel pattern. Sorry, let me just draw that carefully. So we broke out of this funnel pattern here, pushed up higher into resistance. So I'm not in these at the moment. I dabble with Boohoo, but just bailed out for a small move. If we start, I prefer ASOS. If we start to close above 26 here, I think this could easily go back to 31 and longer term pick back up again. But again, volume dictates that this is not a strong reversal at the moment. You can see the RSI is low. So this is just a key watch for me. I'm happy to buy a higher price rather than do what I did with the Hut Group and jump in before the daily chart proved itself. Alright, so that is one for the watch list. IAG is pulling back to a decent level of support. High oil tends to affect these airlines naturally enough. I'm not in these. EasyJet is at a decent support level. Looking, so if we close above 615, 620 today, that could recover. Not for me, but if you're interested, then keep on the case. National Grid. So it's come off of this 880 level and we look higher. We're bumping into resistance here, but this looks good. Okay, so we broke out of that area. Volumes are good. In fact, volumes are increasing. If you come up on volume, then stay in. If you come up on low volume, be very wary. At the moment, volumes are holding up, so that is very healthy. So next stop 950, which are not far off now, and we may well go back to 984 plus on National Grid. SSE is good, and Centrica has always been struggling with its highs. I much prefer National Grid, as I said at the time. Right, so that's all I've got for you. Let's keep this nice and short. So we're in the midst of pullbacks just as we come to the end of October. Let's have a look at Boo, sorry. We talked about Boo. Yeah, so Boo had this great move into resistance at 211. And we're pulling back here. Volumes ticked up on Tuesday. So all we're doing is boomeranging back to the 180 level. So if you're interested in this, wait and see if we come into the 175, 180 level and then see some volume with a higher close. Because this is a potential reversal pattern. So this is an initial bounce, profit taking at resistance. So if we pull back and hold somewhere around here, I think the next move, if this sticks to a reversal pattern, should be into something like 238 and maybe even boomerang back to 250, 260. But at the moment, there is no reason to buy this based on a daily pattern at the moment. If you want to scroll down to a 1 hour, or better still a 4 hour, you can see how this is just still dropping out. So we're coming into support soon. If we hold these levels and get bought, so 180, 182 is the support, could so easily just drop out the bottom of this and keep going. So that's why you need to be cautious when you are making a judgment on your trades. Right, okay, as usual, I would do a lot of prep for Sunday. And I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. If you haven't got the link for that, then let me know, drop me a line, and I will make sure you've got that. All right, thanks for listening. Bye for now.